This Midday Kentucky cooking segment brought to you by Creative Kitchen and Bath, where you will always cook in style.
Welcome back to Midday Kentucky. Chef Allison Davis here in the Wild Time Kitchen. And I think it's safe to say it's officially spring. I mean, Kentucky has been giving us some beautiful weather of late. And I wanted to kind of dive on into some recipes that I think we can enjoy through the summer and spring. And I'm talking chips and dip, and not just salsa, but a lime chipotle Creole crab dip. And this is actually something served cold, or it could be served hot if you wanted to pop it in the oven and kind of melt the cheese and have it, you know, like more like a queso dip. But definitely we're going to be utilizing some crab today. I like to buy the lump crab, or you could do the claw meat. Both are great. Just looking for just that sweetness, and you can pretty much find it anywhere as far as like grocery stores are concerned. This is picked up from Critchfield Meats. They have a wonderful selection there of the lump and the claw meat. So we're going to first start with our main ingredient, which is our crab, and then we're just going to keep building this dip, you know, as we go. So I am going to add in some celery, and that is going to give it a really nice crunch. Another ingredient that is also sometimes added into this, if you're kind of wanting to go maybe a Caribbean route, is jicama, and jicama is a great addition as well. All right, we're going to go in with a little bit of green onion, and I'm just kind of finely chopping that. I had a couple different variations as well for that. If you didn't have green onion, you could go in with a little bit of chopped red onion or shallots, or even like what I have here, just some fine chives. So that's going to give it that bright kind of good punch from the onion. All right, I'm going to cut a little bit of bell pepper. I had some sweet bell peppers left over in my fridge, so I'm just going to use these, but you just want a little bit of diced bell pepper. I think the more crunch you can kind of add and the variation of flavors and colors, the better off that this will be. So a little bit of diced bell pepper, and then we're really going to start to kind of add some of the dip part, and that is Parmesan cheese. And like I said, if you wanted to have this hot, you could add in maybe a little bit of cream cheese with this, a little bit more Parmesan, and then that cheese would kind of melt in and mix in with the crab, and you could have that, like I said, as like kind of a hot queso. All right, we're going to add some fresh herbs. Because this is more of a chipotle lime, I am going to go with fresh cilantro. Again, if you were going maybe a different route, you could throw in some diced cucumbers. You could maybe go with some basil. You could go with dill. There's a lot of different variations of this that you could do. All right, my cheat is Santa Cruz using their lime juice, just because it's more shelf stable. It's just easier and kind of a convenient, quick hack. And then we're going to go with a bit of mayo. If you didn't want to do mayo, I know some that don't like mayonnaise, you could go with a Greek yogurt instead, and that sometimes helps with that creamy quality. All right, and then last we have a bit of chipotle peppers in the adobo sauce. I'm just using the juice. It comes in the can, but if you didn't want to do that, there is another option that's even more convenient and quick, and that is this brand of Sir Kensington mayo. It is probably the best mayonnaise on the planet, first of all, but they have a chipotle mayonnaise that's already whipped, ready to go, and so you could use this as another option just to throw in, but nonetheless. All right, two other options that we could add into this, and we pretty much are going to mix this together and be done. You could go with a little bit of mango, which is going to bring a bright, you know, kind of fruity component to this, or even more creamy and kind of some of the good fats. We could throw in a bit of avocado. I'm going to season this up with a little salt and pepper. And the last thing I like to add, because this is, again, that chipotle lime, I do a bit of smoked paprika, and that's going to bring a nice kind of smoky, you know, beautiful color too to this salad. All right, so now we have our dip, and I like to serve this with some crispy corn tortilla chips. You can take your, and I've done this in some of our other segments, but you can take corn tortillas, cut them into triangles. You can fry those up in just a little bit of peanut oil, avocado oil, about 35 seconds, and you've got the best chips ever. All right, well, you guys know where to find this recipe. You can go to middaykentucky.com/recipes. I'm Chef Allison Davis. We will be right back after this short break.